Hello YouTube, how are you guys? You're listening to Recharge. This video is just for John Wick Chapter 4 that is coming on 24 March 2023, and I'm so excited for that. If you want to know everything about John Wick Chapter 4, let's go! Okay, John Wick Chapter 4 opens with its title character Reeves on the run again as the villainous powers that be known as the High Table get in his way. The main villain of the series is the marquee Gremlin means Bill Skarsgård, a leader of the High Table who keeps raising the bounty on Wick's head while he also cleans up the messes left behind, including potentially eliminating Winston Scott means Ian McShane, and is part of this nefarious organization. The opening scenes take Wick to Japan, where he seeks help from the head of the Osaka Continental, Shimazo means Hiroyuki Sanada, and runs afoul of a blind High Table assassin named Kane means the baddest Donnie. Lawrence Fishburne pops up now and then as Wick's cue when the killer needs a new bulletproof suit, and Shamir Anderson plays an assassin who seems to be waiting for the price on Wick's head to hit the right level for him to get his payday. More than the last couple of films, the plot here, despite the movie's epic runtime, means 106 and 9 minutes, feels refreshingly focused again. Stahelski and his team construct the action sequences in a manner that somehow feels both urgent and artistically choreographed at the same time. Filmmakers who overthink their shootouts often land on a tone that feels distant, lacking stakes, and feeling more stylish than substantial. The great action directors figure out how to film combat in a way that doesn't sacrifice tension for showmanship. The action sequences in John Wick Chapter 4 are like battles, gunfish shootouts between John and dozens of people who underestimate him, but they have so much momentum that they don't overstay their welcome. They also have wonderfully defined stakes. At one point in the film, John and an enemy decide on the parameters of a battle, including time, weapons, and variables, but this is really true of all major action scenes, in which we very clearly understand what John needs to do and who he needs to go through to finish the level. The simplicity of objectives allows for complex choreography. We know what needs to happen for John to keep pushing forward as he has since the beginning of the first film. So much modern action is cluttered with characters or model objectives, but the Wick films have such brilliant clarity of intention that they can then have fun within those simple constructs. So much fun. The choreography of the action here can be simply breathtaking. I love it how often the world goes on around Wick and his unfortunate combatants. And the sequence that would be the best in almost any other recent action movie, Wick has to battle a makeup-covered Scott Adkins and his army of unlucky idiots in a crowded nightclub. The dancers barely notice, they sometimes part a little bit to let them through, but they don't stop and stay. With water pouring into the club, the writhing and dancing bodies make for such a visually inventive backdrop. Later, in one of my favorite action sequences of all time, Wick and his predators battle in the traffic circle around the Arc de Triomphe. The cars don't stop. In fact, it feels like they speed up. As shots ring out in the streets in this film, no one opens the window to see what the hell's going on. The world outside of Wick and the mythology of this world almost feels like they can't even see the legendary assassin and the 100 or so people he ends up killing. It's a fascinating, visually striking choice. And then there's what I would call action geography. So many people have tried to mimic the frenetic approach of Bourne movies, and the results have often been more incoherent than not. The amazing cinematographer Dan Laston, a regular Guillermo del Toro collaborator on The Shape of Water and Nightmare Alley, and more, works with Stahelski to make sure the action here is clean and brutal, never confusing. The stunt work is phenomenal, and again the shootouts have the feel of dance choreography more than the bland plot pushing of so many studio films. There's just so much grace and ingenuity whenever Wick goes to work. Of course, a great cast helps too. Reeves might have fewer lines in this movie than any so far in the franchise, but it completely sells Wick's commitment while also imbuing him with emotional exhaustion that adds more gravity to this chapter. The vengeful Wick of the first film is a different one than the Survivor 3 movies later, and Reeves knows exactly what this character needs. So many performers would add unnecessary touch to a character that's already this popular, but Reeves is smart about streamlining adapting this performance to fit the film around him. It also allows for few supporters to shine in different performance registers, especially Ian Anderson. The legendary Ian is fantastic here, not just in combat, but the moments in between. Most people who know who Ian is won't be surprised to hear that he fits in here perfectly, but is even better than you expect. Anderson also gives a fun performance as a man who just seems to be a mercenary waiting for the right price, but fans of the series will note from the beginning that this badass has a dog, and this universe values puppies and people who love them. The only minor flaw in Wick's armor here is a bit of narrative self-indulgence. There are a few scenes, especially early, when it feels like a bit is going on a bit too long, and I do think there's a slightly tighter version of this film that's simply perfect. And if I want to say something to finish this review is yes, John Wick fought hard for this movie, and I hope you enjoyed this movie when you're watching. Okay, that's all I know about John Wick Chapter 4 that is coming on 24 March in 2023. Okay, if you like this review, you can like the video and subscribe to the channel and turn on notification for next videos. And if you have any criticism, or I don't know, if you want to say something about the videos, please comment down below. I'll read all of them. Okay, take care and bye bye until the next video.